Okay, so just a few more minutes while we're figuring out the audio.
Do you hear me now?
Yes.
Yes?
Yes.
Okay,
I can hear
it
you.
seems that the AirPod doesn't work with the platform. Okay. Okay, here we are. Welcome, everybody. Sorry for the glitch. Okay, Tom, you can start.
Okay. Do you want me to go first, or do you want to present
Sure,
first?
you can start. You can start because it's the year of ACM. Yes, you can start first, please.
Okay, give me 1 second. I'm gonna share my screen. So you're gonna see the entire screen for a moment, for a while. Okay. So now you should be seeing all yourself. Can you see the presentation?
Yes.
Yes, I can see your video set now. So if someone could just say yes.
Yes.
Okay,
Yes.
perfect. Okay, so welcome to the ICSI Virtual Town Hall meeting with ACM SIGSOFT and IEEE TCSE. I'm Thomas Zimmermann, I'm the chair of ACM SIGSOFT, and I will give you a very brief overview of what SIGSOFT is. The ACM Special Interest Group on Software Engineering, it's one of the 2 main sponsors of the ICSI conference, and it seeks to improve our ability to engineer software by stimulating interaction among practitioners, researchers, and educators, by fostering the professional development of software engineers, and also by representing software engineers to professional, legal, and political entities. So I'm encouraging you all to become SIGSOFT members because SIGSOFT provides many benefits. The SIGSOFT is actually run by the SIGSOFT Executive Committee, which you can see on this slide. You see the Vice Chair, Marsha Chechik. You see Secretary Treasury Lynn Tan, and 3 members at large, Christian Kadar, David Lowe, and Martin Robillard, and the past SIGSOFT Chair, Nino Medivovic. There are several benefits to being a SIGSOFT member, but also several benefits that SIGSOFT provides to the community. As I've mentioned before, SIGSOFT organizes conferences like ICSI, but it also does tech talks, webinars, so for people to connect virtually to research topic and practical topics. We have several publications, the SIGSOFT blog, Software Engineering Notes, also SE World, and of course all the conference proceedings. We also provide financial support for strategic projects that members are organizing, as well as the conference attendance program, as well as discounted conference registration fees. So the bottom half are basically member benefits. One thing I would like to point out is that you can actually be a SIGSOFT member without being an ACM member. And you still get access to the ACM Digital Library. So one of the key things we want to do today in the town hall meeting is we want to recognize several of our community members. But before we get to this, I want to give a few quick updates on SIGSOFT. First, I want to announce the SIGSOFT blog. This is an initiative that Christian Kadar was running, which is basically a SIGSOFT blog on medium.com, where we publish regularly updates from the software engineering community. And my call to you is basically to think about what contributions you could make to the SIGSOFT blog. And like a very simple contribution is to just subscribe and find out what's going on. The second update is on the SIGSOFT research highlights. So this is an initiative that Martin Robillard started last year, where basically we recognize papers from the software engineering conferences that are of interest to the broader computing community. And since our last town hall meeting at ICSI, we have recognized one new SIGSOFT research highlight, and two of the previous SIGSOFT research highlights were actually published in the communications of the ACM as a research highlight. And the way this works is that actually any SIGSOFT member can nominate any paper that they see at a SIGSOFT conference. So again, our call to you is, if you're seeing great papers being presented at the ICSI conference this week, please nominate them as a SIGSOFT research highlight. Finally, I also want to highlight the SIGSOFT CAPS program. This is a program that provides financial assistance for people to attend conferences in person, but also virtually. And this year we provided 84 grants for people to attend the ICSI 2022 conference. So now let me come to the SIGSOFT Awards. And first, I want to thank everyone who was involved in the award selection process. The SIGSOFT Awards chair David Lowe. And then we had 3 different subcommittees to select the awards, which were chaired by Christian Bird, Marsha Chechik, and Christian Kadar. And I want to thank all of the committee members, as well as all nominators and endorsers to the SIGSOFT Awards. And without further ado, it's my pleasure to announce the SIGSOFT Outstanding Research Award, which is being given to Lionel Priand for contributions in software testing, software quality assurance, and context-driven software engineering research, notably in exemplary collaboration with industry. So please let me congratulate Lionel. And I think Lionel mentioned that he might be joining us for the town hall. Does he happen to be here?
Missing at this time.
I can see him in the list.
Okay.
Peter.
So the next award I would like to announce is the SIGSOFT Distinguished Service Award, which goes to Joe Adley for sustained outstanding service to the software engineering community and enabling a research environment in software engineering worldwide that is equitable, diverse, and inclusive. Again, congratulations to Joe, and thank you so much for her outstanding service to the community. Joe, are you with us?
I am here. So I do want to say I was incredibly surprised and incredibly honored to receive this award. I would like to thank the people who put my name forward, but I would especially like to thank everyone in the SE community that has served with me. Service is a team activity, and I'm honored to be in this community, working with you, working on ICSI, and especially working on EDI initiatives to help ensure that our community is more diverse and more welcoming, and the most welcoming, I should say, of all the research communities.
Thank you, Joe. So the next award I would like to announce is the SIGSOFT Influential Educator Award, which goes to Myung Kim for outstanding achievements in undergraduate and graduate mentoring with emphasis on research excellence in software engineering, diversity, and inclusion. And I think I saw Myung in the audience. So congratulations, Myung. And if you want to say a few things. Is Myung in the town hall?
My
camera is on, and I think I'm unmuted. Can you hear me?
Yes, yeah, we can hear you.
Can you see me too? Probably not. All right.
I can't see anyone right now. So someone else has to.
No problem. All right. So I'm incredibly thankful to receive this Influential Educator Award. I want to really thank my nominators and supporters. During my tenure as a professor, I advised many excellent graduate students, 5 of which are now professors at Columbia, Purdue, 2 at Virginia Tech, and University of Nebraska, Omaha. I decided that one of the ways to contribute to our field is to grow qualified professors who could mentor and teach. I'm proud that my students have done very well in our field and became this next generation of academics. I really want to also be thankful to my own academic advisor, the late David Notkin from University of Washington. While being advised by David, I personally experienced his thoughtful mentoring, an attribute that I'm trying to emulate today. So I want to thank again for my colleagues at UCLA, UT Austin, and our software engineering community for supporting me and my student for the past 14 years.
Thank you and congratulations. The next award I would like to announce is the SIGSOFT Impact Paper Award, which goes to Mick Kersten and Gail Murphy for the paper Using Task Context to Improve Programmer Productivity, which was published at FSE 2006. Mick and Gail unfortunately cannot join us today. The next award I would like to announce is SIGSOFT Early Career Research Award, which is going to Shinjia for contributions to AI and software engineering, mining software repositories, and empirical software engineering. Shin also cannot join us, unfortunately, because it's 2 a.m. where he is in China. So again, congratulations to Shin. And finally, the SIGSOFT Outstanding Dissertation Award goes to Wing Lam for his dissertation, Detecting, Characterizing, and Taming Flaky Tests, which he completed at the University of Illinois at Urbana-Champaign. So congratulations, Wing. And I think you mentioned you might be joining us for the town hall.
Yes, can you hear me now?
I can hear you. Yeah.
Okay, thanks. Yeah, I just want to say thanks a lot for this awesome award. It's a great honor to receive this award from this wonderful community. I just want to take a brief moment to kind of thank all my mentors, particularly my advisors, Professors Tao Xie and Dr. Marinov. This award wouldn't have been possible without the advice that they gave me for the work in this dissertation. I'd also like to thank all my internship mentors, particularly actually those at Microsoft Research, which has actually helped contribute to 2 of the papers that are in my dissertation. And just very lastly, I just want to thank all my friends and family for kind of their care and support over the years. Dissertation wouldn't have been possible without everyone's help.
Okay, thank you and congratulations. And this actually concludes my part. So congratulations again to all of the SIGSOFT award winners, which you can see on this slide. And I'm now going to hand over to Ladan to talk about TCSE.
Sure. Just give me a minute. Share slide. Can you see my slide? Yes?
Not yet.
Ah, on today. Did you stop sharing? Oh. I cannot share. Right. Can you see my slide?
Not yet. And Tom is muted if he's trying to say something.
Yeah, Tom, you're muted. I'm a presenter.
Can you see my slides?
No.
I can share your slides on your behalf.
You can do
Can you
that,
just say
please,
next slide?
because, yes, not yet.
So it should be sharing now. Can you see it?
No. Can everybody see?
Now it can be seen.
Okay. Tom, are you sharing?
I'm sharing on the title slide.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I see.
Good afternoon, good morning, everybody, and welcome to the town hall meeting. My name is Layanta Hildere. I am the chair of IEEE TCSE. And I would like to share with you first a few slides for those who are new to the community. Tom, you can go. Yeah. Let's say, what is the TCSE? TCSE is IEEE Technical Computer and Software Engineering, which is the voice of software engineering within IEEE and Computer Society. We are working with professional societies, government, academia, nonprofit organizations, and industries for creating and educating and inspiring software engineers in the future. We have currently over 1,930 members. The TCSE, you can go to the next slide.
I switched to the executive committee.
But I can see. Okay. Yeah. I had a privilege in the last 2 years working with a large number of people in the executive community that I put their names in the list. Nancy Day, Grace Lewis, Nelly Bentomo, Tom Menzies, Housing Miller, Federico Passaro, John Brownlee, Sue Black, Flip Crutchen, Dennis Smith, and as the past chair. I can't see that.
I switched to it. It should be loading.
It's something. Yeah. Yeah. How does TCSE help you and the community? We are providing financial and technical support for over 30 conferences, and EC is one of them. We're also sponsoring publications that both advance research and aid practitioners, and providing several types of the training opportunities. Recently, we're providing travel grants to help students and underrepresented minorities to attend TCSE-sponsored events and conferences. For sure, CAPS is helping ICSE, and we decided to provide similar support for other TCSE-sponsored conferences. And we're delighted to accept some of the strategic projects. Therefore, if you have any new idea, please feel free to reach out to me to discuss further and work on those new projects. How can you participate in TCSE? The most important thing is I would like to everybody that become a TCSE member. As far as you are an IEEE member, the TCSE membership is free. The most important thing is we need to nominate the people for awards, especially those members in our community that they need to recognize for their outstanding works. You can do by volunteering for TCSE, and you can propose new initiatives, which we have recently sponsored several of them on diversity and inclusion, and as well as some conference experience. Now, after this stage, I would like to announce our 2022 IEEE TCSE Awards. The first and the most important thing is I need to acknowledge lots of dedication and work that has been done under the leaderships of Nelly and team as the Vice Co-Chair Awards. We have several awards of TCSE, and they put a large number of people, almost 30 people all over the world, to work on all the submissions. For the Education Award, Ian Somerville was the chair. For the Lifetime Achievement Award, Lori Williams helped us. New Direction Award was led by Gordon Fraser. Rising Star Award, Federica Serro, who was the previous awardee, handled the award. And then Service Award was done with Mary Letoy. Last but not the least, our Wise Leadership Award was handled by Sue Black. Let me introduce the awardees one by one. At this stage, also, I would like to acknowledge all the nominators and endorsers that helped us to go through to this process. The first award is TCSE Distinguished Women in Science and Engineering Leadership Award, abbreviated as a WISE Award, goes to Margaret Burnett for her decades of work breaking glass ceilings for women in computing and software engineering. I know that Margaret is an attendee, and I would like to ask her to say a few words.
Thank you, Layden. Can you all hear me?
Yes.
Yeah. Well, I just want to thank the committee so much for choosing me for this award, and my nominator, the amazing Amy Coe, for nominating me. Thank you so much, Amy, for all your encouragement and support. And I guess the most exciting thing for me is to be counted among the incredible wise women who have gotten this award in the past. So I'm hoping that a bunch of them will be there in person, and maybe we can get a group photo or something when we're there in Pittsburgh. Anyway, thank you very much.
The next award it's my pleasure to announce the Distinguished Service Award of TCSE, which goes to Valerie Cerny for her significant contributions in service, mentorship, and influence on the software engineering community. Originally, Valerie confirmed that he will attend the virtual town hall, but I can't see her right now in the list. Am I right? Yeah, she's not there, unfortunately.
Valerie is here. I can't see her.
No, I can't see her either.
Here.
Okay. The next award will be great. We'll go to the next slide. It's my pleasure to talk about the TCSE Distinguished Education Award that goes to Didar Zopi for her outstanding contribution to software engineering education by her long-term efforts to increase diversity in the student body studying computer programming. I think Didar is on the list, and I would like to ask her to say some words.
She didn't make it online, unfortunately.
She was earlier. I think she left. Anyway, it's not a good time in Australia right now. Okay, the Rising Star Award. This year we received a large number of submissions, and actually committee had a very hard time to select one. That's why we decided to select 2 awardees under this category. The first person is Samia Aydak. It's a pleasure for me to tell that he's one of the awardees for her innovative and influential research and professional leadership in the area of software maintenance and evolution. Samia, can you say a few words?
Yes, can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay.
We can see your.
I'm extremely humbled and grateful for this honor, and I would really like to take a moment to thank all the people that believed in me and all those that have mentored me in my career, and everyone that has offered me opportunities to learn, grow, and to contribute to the software engineering community. And I'm really grateful for your time, wisdom, and your trust. And really, all I know, I learned from you. So thank you. And I would like to also thank my amazing academic family and friends in the community for their support. And of course, my students who make my job so enjoyable and rewarding. So thank you all. You make it all possible.
Yeah, and the second awardee under the Rising Star is Boishaki Ray for her innovative and high-quality research on software engineering and AI, which has impacted both the academic and industrial community. Boishaki, floor is yours.
Thanks, Ledon, and thanks the award committee for choosing me. I am extremely humble, honored, delighted to receive the award, and I will like to thank my advisors. Miriam is already here. She received another award before, and Prem Devangvu. I learned everything from them, and then when I became faculty, all my students and my industry research partners, I mean, Microsoft Research, Facebook, Amazon, I collaborate with them a lot. And I'm greatly beneficial from that collaboration. So thanks to all my colleagues, partners, and students for the award. Thank you.
Thank you, Boishaki, and again, congratulations. We have another award under TCSE, which is recently established, New Directions. This year, Abhi Chaudhary and Christian Kadar received this award for their contributions to symbolic execution for test generation and program repair. And I do believe both of them, they are attending the virtual town hall while the time is not that good for them, but I would like to give the floor to them to say a few words.
Thanks, Ledon. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay. Thanks, Ledon. I would like to thank the committee for honoring us with this award, and I'm very honored to receive this award, and also along with Christian in the area of symbolic execution, where we have worked on using symbolic execution for program repair, and the applications going beyond fixing bugs to things like fixing of security vulnerabilities and also teaching of programming. I would like to take a moment to thank my students, postdocs, and collaborators, without whom this certainly wouldn't have been possible.
Thank you as well for this award. I feel very honored to receive it, and even more so together with Abik. I would also like to thank my research group, my collaborators, and also the broader community working on symbolic execution, also program analysis for evolving software, program repair, for all their fantastic contributions to this area of research.
Thank you, and congratulations, both of you. Last but not the least is the TCSE Lifetime Achievement Award. This is actually the first year that we have the awardee, and it goes to Michael Jackson for his more than 5 decades of contribution to academic and industrial software engineering and its research, influencing several generations of software engineers. Michael, floor yours, and congratulations, and it's my honor. Your microphone is mute. Please unmute it. No, we can't hear you.
Can you hear me now? Oh.
Yes.
Yes, you can hear me.
Now we can hear you. Yes.
Thank you very much. Well, I would, of course, like to thank the generous people who nominated me for this award and endorsed the nomination, and thank the TCSE committee and subcommittee for giving me this award, which honors me and delights me equally. I'd also like to express my thanks to the very many people over the years whom I have worked with and from whom I have learned so much. In particular, two of them are here now at this town hall. So one is Bashar Nuseibeh of the Open University, with whom I've been working for many years. And the other is Daniel Jackson, who is my personal family consultant on all matters of software engineering. All these people have taught me many things and saved me from many errors, and I'm very grateful to all of them and to you. Thank you very much.
Thank you. I think at this point, I can wrap up with my talk. Again, we have just one slide that I would like to congratulate all the awardees for their richly deserved award. Valerie, Sonia, Apik, Michael, Margaret, Didar, Boishaki, and Christian. Thank you everybody for attending, and we are here to answer any question that is directed to me and Tom or for the organizer of the XC 2022. Bashar, you said originally that you want to say something, yes?
Okay.
Finally.
Should we see if Valerie's sound is working? I think we cut her off before.
There are some problems with
sound.
Okay.
Valerie, you're live.
Yes,
We can hear you.
Valerie is here, but the speaker, the mic is not working. No.
And we're computer scientists, right?
Now?
Yeah, we can
Yes.
hear you.
Yes.
Sorry, we haven't seen you, Valerie, earlier for
No, no,
your richly deserved Distinguished Service Award for your significant contribution in service, mentorships, and influence on the software engineering community. The floor is yours to say whatever you would like.
Okay, so thank you. I'm not a talker, so anyway. So thanks everybody, and thanks for the nice messages I saw on the chat. And also, of course, I want to thank my nominator, who is a dear friend of mine. Maybe I shouldn't say this, but she's really a dear friend of mine. And also my endorsers. So I don't know what to say. I would like also to thank my students, because I guess it's working with students who needs us here. And yeah, I'm done. Thank you. Thank you. Happy to be here.
Happy to see you, Valerie.
Thank you. Me too. So now I'm going to switch off I'm going to mute.
So yeah, so we have about 20 minutes left for this town hall meeting. So if you have any questions about TCSE, SIGSOFT, any concerns about software engineering or software engineering conferences, any questions for the ICSI organizers, now is like a good time to ask.
This is Matt Dwyer. Can I just say one thing?
Yes, please do.
Didar is here. We should give her a chance to, she wasn't here when you announced the award, but we should give her a chance to say a few words.
Yes, so let's do that first.
Can you hear me?
Yes.
You can. Okay.
Yeah.
Sorry about that. Good morning from Sydney. It's about 4:30 a.m. I'm sorry, it just wouldn't let me in, and I tried everything. Finally, I managed to get in miraculously. I have no idea. Anyway, thank you for the award, and I feel really honored and humbled to be mixed with giants of software engineering such as Michael Jackson. Hi, Michael. It's been a while. And thanks for people who nominated me. I've already thanked them in person after I found out. And keep up the good work. And thanks, Ladan, for keep the communication lines and helping me to get into this room. And good luck with the rest of the conference.
And thank you very much to join, because probably it's 5 a.m. Yes? We really appreciate that. And sorry that I seen you. Now I saw you. That's you there will be play. That's great.
So I can see you all. I have no idea how this mid-space works. It's a mystery to me. It's just... I'm done.
Hi, can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you.
I wanted to congratulate you all. Good morning, Didar. Would have been such a bummer to wake up so early and not be able to connect. But here you are. I wondered if we can use the remaining few minutes. If you have any words of wisdom for perhaps the more junior researchers with us today. I don't think they will get to such a collective wisdom soon again in one room. So if one of you can prepare, you know, like you got here through so much hard work, but you accumulated so much experience. Can I start, Didar? I put you on the spot because you're my friend.
I think that one thing that has always worked for me is to be kind. Kindness, I think, is everything.
Especially now that we've been so isolated in so many respects, right? So coming back to some normality. Got to activate that again.
Yeah, I fully agree with this answer. I mean, it's being so kind with the student, and then they give the best of them. So students, colleagues, I mean, if you're mean with them, it doesn't work. You need to, you know, be really nice with them. And it shouldn't be something you say you need to. I mean, it should be natural. I mean, they should feel that it's natural, that you care for them. So yes, I won't add anything to this. I think it's the most important.
And I think not just kind to the students, but kind to your colleagues, kind to your boss, even kind to the dean.
This this is less of my thing. So sometimes you have to fight for you know, for the colleagues and the students to get what they need. So
Hi, Joanne.
Kindness, but
Hello. I would also like to make a plug to that you should read everything that Michael Jackson has ever written. And watch today's keynote. Jevon West's keynote was great with respect to research programs and publication habits.
Publish less, he said.
Anyone who wants to spare words of wisdom?
No, we would be happy to hear from you as well. The speaker.
Can you hear me now? Yeah, yeah. I was recently looking at the report of the NATO Software Engineering Conference of 1969. And in that report, they reported a contribution from Christopher Strachey, in which he said that he thought that a terrible problem was that what he called the computer scientists on one side and the practitioners on the other side remained at loggerheads and treated each other with contempt. So that was 1969. So a little bit of arithmetic tells us that was 53 years ago. I wonder what people here think about whether that situation has improved or not.
Thank you, Michael. I personally had a bit of a challenge following. The audio wasn't as good. I don't know if anyone wants to follow up.
I believe that was the original NATO conference report was saying that when computer scientists and users sit down, one of them leaps away in contempt. Is that right, Michael? And he's muted.
I'm sorry, could you repeat that, please?
I believe you were saying that in the NATO report from 1968, the experience was that when computer scientists and users sat down together, one of them leapt away in contempt.
It wasn't the users, it was more the practitioners, the people who actually built the system, especially the big systems of those days. And as Tracy described it, the people who built big systems, and there were some very big systems, regarded the contributions of the computer scientists as irrelevant to their work. The computer scientists on their side regarded the practitioners as people who were ignorant of how things ought to be done and refused to use better techniques. Sometimes one reads things today, especially from advocates of formal methods, which are very reminiscent of this conflict. And I was wondering whether anyone here can contribute some wisdom to understanding what's going on.
I think we can report some good news on that front. Certainly the problems mentioned there still persist. But if you look at what the Amazon people are doing with their one-click formal methods, massive systems amateurized across their whole cloud base, and if you look at the people involved, high church mathematicians, you know, I think we can report some good news about the combination of the two churches, church and state.
Thank you very much. Since I just seem to have emerged as a moderator for this session now, I wonder perhaps we can take some of the questions in the chat. Paul Ralph asked if we can be hang on, there's a few messages from Paul. It's about review scores. Paul, do you want to ask yourself your question?
So I think he mentioned he has audio issues. So if you want to ask on his behalf.
Sure. It's a question to Matt. The way you set up the conference, he likes it with virtual separated. Oh, this is from Margaret Brunette. Sorry, I'm still looking for Paul's comment. I only see Tom's response. Where did Paul's comment go? Oh, here it is.
So
I find it. The first question, can we see ICSI's budget, like the complete budget that shows how much money ACM and IEEE get from the conference? That's the first question. The second one, can we get a de-identified data set of review scores? Sorry, I can get my camera. So on the first question, Matt, do you want to respond?
Sure. I'm happy to share the budget. It's not my budget. Everyone's budget. I guess I should check with the steering committee whether there's whether they have any problem with this. But yeah, you know, there's the budget that we file ahead of time, and then there's the final budget. And this year, especially, there was an enormous amount of uncertainty between those two, and so they will look quite different. I'm happy to share all of it because. The bottom line is we're just trying to do our best in delivering this conference, and yeah, I don't know how the sponsoring organizations feel about you know opening up the books, but it's fine with me.
Perhaps we can go.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think from our side, it's fine to share, like from Sixsoft side, I think it's fine to share. So one thing to keep in mind is, like Matt said, is it's really hard to predict how many people come to a conference. And so basically you have this, basically the budget that you plan initially and where you try, like every conference organizer I know tries to barely break even. But in the end, it's really hard to predict how many people come. If more people come to a conference, then basically you make more profits as a conference. And the one thing I do want to point out is that some of these profits basically are being used by TCSE and ACM Sixsoft to provide benefits back to the community. Like we showed some of the travel programs that TCSE and Sixsoft are running. So these are all basically supported by any conference profits that are being made. And also there's some administrative fees which ACM and IEEE take on top of conference expenses. And fees also usually provide some benefit back to the community. So for example, it provides insurance for the conference organizers. It takes away liability from the conference organizers. It pays for proceedings productions, conference submission systems, and other technology that is being used at conferences.
Tom actually covered everything, but I can say a few words as well. Boat Society, as everybody knows, is the volunteer works. We're working to help the community, and as Didar said, to be kind to each other and support each other. Yes, the money is combined between the ACM Sixsoft and IEEE TCSE with some percentage. But as Tom pointed out, any things that it will return as a profit. First, it can help the next 2 years of the conference when the surplus is positive. They can reinvest some of percentage of that positive things for the next years, and then the current surplus can help to provide a lot of support for the community, as well as proceeding, providing support for travel grants, and helping some of the underprivileged communities to register for the conference. But there are the second part question that Paul Rolfe mentioned with respect to de-identified data set of the review scores. And I didn't understand what it is. Can you elaborate a little further?
So Paul added a comment in the chat. He was saying basically every conference should release a simple data set that says for each paper, the accept reject score given by each reviewer. No actual paper or reviewer IDs are needed. And he would use that to assess the reliability of a review process.
Perhaps I can try to answer. So first of all, if I understand your question, you want this per paper or per reviewer? But if it's per paper, Paul, we did at the author response time, the authors did review the score, did receive the scores from the reviewers. So that gave them an indication where the paper sits in the review process in terms of assessment towards acceptance or rejection. If it's per reviewer, if you want all the scores given by a certain reviewer by the paper, I don't think that's a problem. But I'd like to turn the question back. How do you actually assess the reliability of the review process? I just want to see if all this effort is worth it for the purposes you're after.
Paul says it's hard to explain in chat because he doesn't have audio and video access. But I think in general, I don't think there should be an issue to share And that's something probably the program chairs have to think about and the steering committees. But I don't think it's an issue to just share like one line per paper without any paper ID and just the scores that we refuse or have given the paper. I don't think it's an issue because we also share the scores with the authors anyway. And a lot of program chairs publish aggregated information about these scores. So I don't see a big concern about that. But it's something we can look into.
Yeah, I'd like to just share my thoughts. The review process is never perfect. It is a tremendously collaborative, collective effort by the community. And as much as how many guidelines we give, it is still down to the individual researcher experience and ways of communicating this to the fellow authors. So I just don't want to start with the negative attitude of, we have problems with the review process. Data is important, transparency is important, and that's what we have tried to achieve. And we keep improving every year, I think. Can we share conference demographics by geography? Yeah, we have done that a little bit this morning in the opening slides. But if you want to know more, feel free to reach out. Absolutely.
And I would like to add one more point here. These information and the statistics are great to share with the community. I think as far as the organizers of the conferences that the TSC and ZIGSOFT are sponsoring, providing these data, those society, me and Tom, on behalf of the society, would be more than happy to provide such a data set to share with the community, because then we know that where are their acceptance rates, from which region, and all those information that all of us, we can learn a lot from these statistics. Yeah, and that is doable, as Tom said. But we need those reports from organizers. Yes, I'll answer another question that we collect the IEEE membership level non-members as far as it will be reported to us. It's a part of the budget that it has these details, but it's not addressing the demographic. Yeah. It's under restriction.
Okay, I think we're almost at time. So with this, I would like all of you for attending the town hall meeting. Thank you for the questions. If you have any additional questions, please feel free to send them to Ladan and me. And congratulations again to all of the award winners. And thank you for your outstanding contributions to the community.